You know what they say, never air your dirty laundry in public. But that's not so easy when you're the president of France. During a May 2025 state visit to Vietnam, cameras caught Brigitte Macron appearing to shove or slap President Emmanuel Macron as they prepared to descend from their private jet.
If the roles were reversed and you saw a man come for a woman's face like that, I would be at the front of the line picketing, saying this is inappropriate.
Of course, Mr. Macron has been trying very hard to brush the whole thing off. He insists that whatever Brigitte did to him was done in good fun. Speaking to the press, he downplayed the whole affair, claiming that they were just joking around and everyone else just blew it out of proportion. He said, "My wife and I were squabbling. We were rather joking, and I was taken by surprise. We are bickering and joking, and a video becomes a sort of geoplanetary catastrophe. In the world we live in, we don't have a lot of time to lose. This is all a bit of nonsense." Truth be told, though, this is hardly the first time the Macrons' marriage has raised eyebrows. In fact, their relationship has been embroiled in controversy since day one. Perhaps most notably, Brigitte is nearly 25 years older than Emmanuel, and they met when she was his high school teacher. Back then, Emmanuel was a student at La Providence in Amiens. Brigitte, meanwhile, was both a teacher and a mother. One of her daughters was actually Emmanuel's classmate. In a 2018 documentary, Brigitte's eldest, Laurence, is said to have come home from school and said, "Mommy, there's a crazy boy in our class who knows everything about everything." That crazy boy soon started asking Brigitte to help him with scripts for school plays. They began meeting every Friday, and those meetings, Brigitte later admitted, were what sparked their connection. She said, "Little by little, I was won over by his intelligence." At first, Emmanuel's parents thought that he was dating Laurence. When they found out that it was Brigitte, they quickly sent him away to boarding school in Paris. Brigitte even claimed that she hoped the separation would end things. She once told Paris Match, "I told myself that he would fall in love with someone his own age. It didn't happen." Emmanuel kept pursuing her through his university years. They tied the knot in 2007, a year after Brigitte secured her divorce. In a toast at their wedding, Emmanuel said, "Each and every one of you is a witness to these last 13 years, and you have accepted us. You have made us what we are today. I want to thank you for loving us the way we are." That's not quite the end of the story, though. Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron's relationship didn't just stir up a little scandal, it also took an emotional toll on Brigitte's 3 kids from her first marriage, Laurence, Sébastien, and Tiphaine. After rumors swirled that a boy from Laurence's class was actually her mother's secret lover, the family became the subject of non-stop gossip in their small town. Tiphaine later told Paris Match just how brutal it became. She recalled, "I learned a lot about human nature then. I know that in these moments, we must focus on what is important and move forward, ignoring the criticism. And there was everything, attacks, rumors, punishments. At that time, there were no such things as social networks. But we lived in a small provincial town. Everything was known." For her part, Brigitte has claimed that she tried to resist her relationship with Emmanuel. But of course, she failed. And she knows her children paid the price. She once told Elle, "In any case, separations always do damage. I know that I have hurt my children, and that is the thing I reproach myself for the most, but I couldn't not do it." Brigitte added that pursuing her relationship was a do-or-die moment for her own well-being. She said, "There are times in your life when you make critical choices, and for me, this was one of those times. So anything anyone might say about the 20 years difference is just a big nothing. If I had not made that choice, I would have missed out on my life."